You ever stop and wonder, what's it all for? What really gives a life meaning? And when it's all said and done, when you look back, what do you hope you'll see? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today, by exploring a few incredibly profound and ancient parables, starting with the story of a gardener and his final harvest.
This one line from the gardener, man, it just hits you, right? It cuts straight to the very heart of the entire story. It's this powerful idea about what a legacy really is, about letting go, and about understanding where life truly comes from. And that's a question I think we all have to wrestle with at some point.
So let's really picture this. Imagine an old gardener. His hands are gnarled and frail, his body is bent with age. His entire life has been dedicated to this one magnificent orchard. Every single tree, every single seed is a testament to his love and his care. But now, his strength is fading. His life's work is, for all intents and purposes, coming to an end. And that's the heart-wrenching question his student asks him. I mean, think about it. If your life's work is something tangible, a business you built, an orchard, a career, what happens when you can't command it anymore? Is it all just over? Is that it? This one question sets up two totally different ways of finding an answer.
Okay, so path number one. It's the path of ascent. It's this idea that you find meaning by rising above everything. You cast off the old, tired values and you create your own. It's a philosophy built on strength, on will, and on self-creation, and it's one possible answer to the gardener's dilemma.
There's this incredible concept that really sums this up. Amor fati, or the love of fate. Now, this isn't about just passively accepting whatever happens. No, it's way more active than that. It's a courageous choice to see everything that happens to you, the good, the bad, the ugly, as absolutely essential to the masterpiece that is your life. It's about grabbing your destiny and shaping it, like a sculptor hammering away at a block of stone.
And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. You've got these two clashing philosophies. On one side, you have the mountain path. It's all about the climb, about self-creation, about becoming this solitary, impressive peak. And on the other side, you have the well path, which is the total opposite. It's about descent, surrender, and humility. It's about becoming a source, a wellspring for others.
You know, the parable talks about these mountain climbers with this incredible irony. They're climbing to get away from what they call the prison of the herd, the trap of just conforming and doing what everyone else does. But the thing is, the higher they climb, the colder and more alone they get. They trade one prison for another, locking themselves in this self-imposed cage of their own ego.
And that really gets to the great danger of this whole path of ascent: pride. The very thing that fuels your climb can become the bars of your own cage. It doesn't lead to freedom, it leads to this decorated kind of emptiness. There's this other parable about two cities. In one, the rulers are so proud of their inherited bloodline. In the other, the merchants just buy all the stuff that looks noble. But in both cases, it's just a performance. It's like they're hanging jewels on dead branches, desperately trying to decorate the emptiness, instead of actually cultivating something real.
This quote just, wow, it nails it. It comes from this story about a potter who has this beautiful pot filled with precious oil that he keeps on a high shelf. And he tells everyone about his virtue and sacrifice. But the pot, it doesn't help anyone. It serves no one. His virtue is just a performance. His pot is so full of his own vanity, there's no room for anything truly life-giving to get in.
All right, so if climbing up just leads to an empty, lonely cage, what's the alternative? What if the path to real meaning isn't up at all? What if it's in? A journey not to be seen by others, but to truly see yourself. A descent into the truth of your own heart.
Now look, this well path, it's not the easy route, not by a long shot. It takes real humility to let go of the spotlight, and it takes incredible courage to go down into your own darkness and face what's really there. But for the people who do it, the reward isn't a view from some lonely peak. It's finding a deep, nourishing wellspring inside yourself.
And here it is. This is the whole point. The story brings back the potter, but this time it's a humble one. He doesn't have a fancy pot full of his own vanity. He just has plain, simple vessels that he empties out to receive the rain. And by letting go of his pride, by emptying himself, he becomes a source of life for everyone around him. He becomes a wellspring.
So now, let's go back to where we started. Back to our gardener. As he's facing his final hour, he seems to understand something that brings both of these paths together. He's achieved something great, yeah, but he gets where that greatness really came from.
This is it. This is the gardener's big realization. His life's work, that incredible orchard,
was never truly his to control or possess. His job wasn't to cling to the fruit, it was to release the seed and share the bounty. It's a total flip of how we usually think about legacy, right? It's not about what he built, it's about what he gave away.
So his answer to that student's question about regret, it's just this profound sense of surrender. He's not losing his life's work, he's rejoining the source of all that life. In a way, it's an act of incredible courage. It's his version of Amor Fati, loving his fate, but he got there not through pride, but through a humble return to the earth. The cycle just keeps going.
So what does any of this mean for us right now? Well, these parables aren't just dusty old stories. They're basically mirrors. They reflect our own lives, our own ambitions, and how we ourselves define what it means to live a meaningful life.
And if there's one thing to walk away with, I think it's this. Whether you see yourself as a ruler or a merchant, a mountain climber or a potter, true worth, it isn't about what you acquire or what you display. You can't buy it, you can't inherit it. It has to be cultivated. It has to be grown, just like a seed planted in the soil of your own heart.
And now's the question I want to leave you with. In your own life, in your own work, what are you focused on? Are you climbing a mountain, trying to get to that lonely peak just so you can look down on everyone else? Or are you tending a garden? Are you cultivating the life within you and around you, releasing seeds into the world and trusting in a harvest that you may not even be there to see?